Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I apologize for the terrible quality of this video. My normal phone that I film on, my Galaxy Note 4, the screen was completely jacked up, I'll say. So right now I'm using a old as heck, old cell phone at the moment. But I figured it was better than nothing, so I apologize if the video quality or even just the sound in general on this video is terrible, because I can guarantee it probably is. But today's video is about this really new and interesting foundation that I came across in a Walmart the other day. So we're going to be reviewing and doing sort of just a first impressions. I don't want to really do a Foundation Friday on this. Well, it is a Foundation Friday, but this is just a first impressions versus doing a whole wear test and everything. So it's pretty late at night here. I have been sick the last week or so. So I apologize for not putting out more content. But anyways, today's video is on the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation. So this is what the bottle looks like. It does have a pump, which the pump is kind of weird because you can't turn it or anything. It's on the back. I am in shade 435. What is this one? This is Rose Vanilla. So I just wanted to kind of try this on. I'm going to do half of my face with a brush and half with a sponge. So I am going to mix two primers today. The first one is the Muse Cosmetics Illuminating Primer. So this bottle is actually very similar to that one with the pump, except for the pump is facing the right way on this one. And then with the Physicians Formula Instant Ready Primer. So what this one does, more or less, is it really blurs your pores and everything. And it also smooths everything out. So I like to use this all over the face just to kind of get that smoothed over look, if you will, on my pores and any kind of texture I have, and this makes your face feel super smooth, which I think is pretty cool. Now I'm going to go in with my Muse primer. It does come out white, but once you put it on, it's pretty clear except for the slight glow that it gives you. Now this primer, I'm only going to focus everywhere but pretty much my nose area. Now this does have a little bit of shimmer in it, which I really like in a primer, or in an illuminating primer, I should say. And I'm just putting this everywhere except for my nose, because I happen to have a lot of separation happen on my nose. So I tend to keep that area of my face super matte. So now for, where did my foundation brush go? Okay. So I am going to put 2 squirts. Actually, I'm only going to do 1 to start out with. And I'm just going to take my sponge. And this side will be the side with the sponge, I guess. And this is supposed to be super long wearing, I guess. So I am noticing that with the sponge, I have to put or I don't use only one pump, which is normally, like with my foundation routine, I only use probably one pump of, and this is pretty liquidy. Gonna blend this. And then I'm gonna add a touch more in the cheek area. And now I'm just gonna pull out my compact so that I can see kind of better what I'm doing. I hope you guys can still kind of see. Wow, okay. So surprisingly, it's not emphasizing texture, and it does look very skin-like. Wow, that's actually a really nice finish. So now I'm going to dab some, or I'm gonna put some directly onto my sponge. But instead of blending it out, I'm just gonna kind of dot this all over my face. Like that. And then I'm gonna use my Y6, which is now the M6, I believe. Morphe changed it or something, I don't know. And I'm just gonna kind of, hopefully you guys can see this. And I noticed that this foundation has a lot of different shades. So what I saw at the display anyways was super like inclusive. It looked like they had a decent amount of shades to like pick from for deep skin and light skin. So I want to try this directly into my brush since it is a little more liquidy. And I'm just gonna dot this all over the skin, and then I will probably go over the brush side with a sponge just to make sure everything is smoother or smoothed out, since I do have pretty dry skin. So I do have to say that between the two sides, I actually like the brush side better. Ooh, wow, that is really nice. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in and add a little bit of concealer. So I noticed versus it is setting down pretty nicely, like it is setting. I'm using the Born This Way Too Faced multi-use concealer. And then I'm going to use my sponge to blend it out on my eyeball. Ooh, wow. Ooh, excuse me. And then I'm going to use this big fluffy brush. I'm going to take some of the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I want to show you guys kind of a close-up of this. I'm going to turn you real quick. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm not used to this phone yet. So here is a close-up of the foundation. You can't really see, and I do apologize for the terrible video quality at the moment. So now I just want to dust this over like under eyes and stuff. So I'm just going to dip my brush in. And I'm also going to go over my eyelid as well, just to kind of set everything. So to be honest, this is very lightweight, I would say. Like, it's not super cakey and heavy. Like, I don't even really... I do bake my nose, whether I bake under my eyes or not, because since I wear glasses, I find that this helps the most. We're gonna really tap this in like that, and then I'm gonna take whatever is left and just kind of brush where I'm gonna put powder product. I'm not really gonna touch my forehead at the moment, just because I want to see how that part of my face sets. So now we're gonna look in the mirror again. I really like how it's set though. Like, it looks really like flawless. And my forehead isn't really sticky. Like, it feels really nice. So now I'm just gonna blend this powder in. Then I'm gonna go over it with my damp sponge. So on my nose, you can see the pores like a little bit. Like, you can see the little bit of texture I do have there. But for the type of foundation this is supposed to be, or like the ideal like way it is, it does not look bad like at all, to be honest. So I'm just gonna use my revitalizing rose mist. Like that. And then I'm going to use that same sponge and just pounce this over my face. I just want to make sure that I really lock in this makeup. I actually really like how it looks. It looks very flawless. And I have a decent amount of texture on my face, so for it to look the way that it does is actually very impressive, to be honest. So now I'm going to take my e.l.f. Cosmetics palette, and I'm going to use the bronzer. Actually, I don't want to use this one today. Okay. So I'm going to use my butter bronzer. This is in light bronzer. I probably need to get the darker one. I guess just bronzer. This does have a mirror in it, so... I'm pretty fair, and the 435 really suits me. I normally have a tough time like finding bronzers that aren't too warm toned. So I really like this one, and it smells like a frickin' vacation on a tropical island. It smells like straight up coconut, to be honest. And then after that, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. palette, and I'm going to rub the deepest shade on my finger. Oops. I'm going to really blend that in, and then I'm just going to take a touch of the like bronzer shade in this and just lightly run this over everything. Now for a final touch, I haven't really been into perfect. I haven't really been into like, ooh, I dropped a brush. Into blush too much. I've really been into like sparkly blushes. So I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Flushed Blush Natural Finish in Retro Rose. I don't know why I'm holding it all the way up here, but I'm going to take that same brush. It's just like a little fluffy brush. I use it pretty much for all powder. Just like that. And then I'm going to open this one back up and make sure to blend that out a little more just to be on the safe side. Whew. And now I'm going to spray more setting spray so that I can put some highlight on. Like that. And then we're going to take, please be the right brush. Yes, it is. This is an eyeshadow brush, so don't get your panties in a bunch. I'm going to take the pinky highlight out of here. Just like that. And then we're just going to kind of blend that a little bit. So far, I'm really liking how this foundation looks. I think it looks very nice, actually, which is surprising because I'm not usually a big fan of like this type of foundation. Even though I do have dry skin, I tend to, my foundation usually comes off pretty easily, if that makes sense. Especially in like my nose area, of course. So I'm just going to do a simple eye look. I'm using the Amor Us Shine Bright palette. This is what she looks like. This does come with 15 shades. Ooh. And it does come with a mirror. And it's like $7, I believe. So I'm going to take Inspire, which is this yellow shade. And I'm just going to put this in my crease just to make sure it's nice and blended. Just like that. And these shadows are super pigmented and just freaking beautiful, to be honest. Now I'm going to take a slightly smaller crease brush. This is that, the 5 for like $4 at Walmart, or on Walmart.com, I should say. Next, I'm going to use Charm, which is orange, just like a normal orange shade. And I'm just going to put this in the outer V. And then on the outer part of my crease as well. Now I'm going to take Natural, which is just a brown shade, matte brown shade, I should say. I'm going to use that same brush. I'm going to get the orange off, of course, and then I'm just going to dab it in. And I'm going to put this straight into that outer corner. I'm going to do that on both sides. So these do have a little bit of fallout, not much, but there is some. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my Loreal Los Angeles eyeshadow palette, pull the little thing out, and I'm going to use On the Grind, which is just a shimmery shade. Put that on my finger and just slightly tap it into or onto the lid. So just like that. And I haven't really been using too much drop shadow, honestly. I just haven't really been into that at the moment, so I'm not going to apply any of that. And now I'm going to use my Revlon Ultra Volume Mascara. And I'm just going to do a light coat of this. I don't want it to be too thick and clumpy or anything. And I haven't even really been doing my bottom lashes. I'm not going to add anything else for the face. I'm pretty much done. But for lipstick, I'm going to use the Rimmel London Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color in Rose and Shine 210. Just like that. And then I'm going to use the LA Colors Shimmering Loose Eyeshadow and brush. And I'm just going to put that on my inner corner. You can get this for like $1, I believe, at pretty much any dollar store. So guys, this is the final look. And not gonna lie, I actually think this is gonna be like one of my new top foundations. It's really nice. It doesn't feel like sticky or anything. We'll see how long it wears. But at the moment, it looks really amazing. Recently, I've been having trouble with wearing foundation because it gets like stuck in my pores on my nose. It makes my texture look bad and stuff like that. But this one looks really smooth and flawless. So I'm very happy with it at this point in time. So I will let you guys know what I decide about this foundation probably in my monthly favorites for January. I was trying to think what month it is, but that way I can test it out a little more. It looks really nice. None of my powders like got patchy or anything. It set pretty well, so you don't have to set it. I just prefer to set most foundations, especially in my nose area and on my cheeks, just to make sure that product blends and everything. But that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!